What is up, my epic gamers? It's IBR, yo boy, and today I have the ability to make a video, which I didn't think I would, and so I was thinking about what I can make a video about, and I had two ideas. You see, I could do starting my retarded series. Well, you see, I don't want to do that because you see, recently I've remembered a game that I really like, and it's Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. And I don't know how to record with my computer, so this is my phone. Shout out to Kwai Games for because I'm using his content without asking him. So yeah, that's don't tell anyone. Shout out to him. And I wanted to rank all of the soldier variants because whenever people rank them, people like to use like numbers and stuff. And I just want to say this is Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. If you're using numbers to justify what you believe, I don't think you understand the game quite well. For example, one of the best classes in the game, the Iron Citron, has some of the worst stats of any of them because he only shoots one round per clip, and then he has to reload. And so he has horrible DPS and everything, but that's the point of the characters, that you like have to be smarter using him. That's something that stats can't really understand, but I don't know. And I decided to start off with the Foot Soldier because I probably have the most time out of any of the zombies on Foot Soldier. That and Pea Shooter, because Pea Shooter's objectively the best of the plants by a pretty... I don't know, actually, the corn might be better, but just in my opinion, I have a max Mob Cob and a max Pea Shooter. The Agent P, which is probably the best character in the game. I know. At least I've started using the Electro P a little bit. He's actually pretty good. I know, cringe. But anyway, I just want to start off, and we're just going to do it on a simple, like, A, B, C, D, F grading system. And we're going to start off with the stock Foot Soldier, and for these, the abilities I usually run is stock, except I like to use the Stinky Cloud that does like an extra amount of damage. Speaking of Stinky Clouds, before I did this, I stunk up the bathroom pretty well, but I thought I'd tell you. Thought you might want to know that. I would have to give the Foot Soldier, just in context of what the class is, probably a B minus. It's a really good class, and it tries a lot, but I feel like it gets outperformed by other soldiers. Also kind of a noob class, not gonna lie, but that's just my opinion, obviously. So let's go with the video, and then this one, in Garden Warfare 1, Super Commando is by far the best class in the game because it would shoot 4. It only shoots 3 now before it reloads. You know, you're probably looking at like 30 damage or so. And it's pretty good. He has a lot of range. I think the ability set really helps him. I think people slurp Super Commando a little bit more than they should, to be completely honest. I'd say he's probably an A minus because the weapon does not have the high DPS you'd think it does, although it's very versatile and it's very good if you're like fighting one-on-one, because it's very if you jump around, it's going to be easier for you to keep track of someone than for them to keep track of you, just due to how the gun is. So there's that. Arctic Trooper, in my opinion, is probably the worst soldier. It's pretty boring. In 1v1 situations, he's really good because he freezes really quickly, but he also doesn't do that much damage. And so, in reality, if you're doing against multiple people or just long range in general, he's not that good. So he's a very situational guy. Although I will say, on certain maps, such as the zombie graduation map, what is it, Zombopolis or something, I don't remember. On that map, he's very good because of all the tight places, and he's just really all the tight corridors, pretty much. That Moonbase Z, I actually like Moonbase Z. Pretty, I always see him play a lot there. That's not cool. Now we gotta stop. My bad. I'm sorry once again, but the one we're gonna be doing is Tank Commander, one of the I think most underrated classes in the game probably. He has a very nice skin for that. I like it. DDLG, if you know, you know. Pretty much its gimmick is that it shoots one bullet and it's like a tank. And I actually really like it. I think that's a versatile. It's more of a long range class, as I don't think it deals with damage drop off. It has a nice explosion radius. And I don't know. I personally really like Tank Commander, although I understand he's not that good. I'd probably give him a C plus. He's very fun to play, but in reality, he's not that good. You know, it's hard for me to say that because he's always been one of my favorite classes, but he's limited. Although if you flank people, he's really good. I think people forget that. And then there's a General Supremo. This is probably my favorite. General Supremo is, in my opinion, the best zombie, which is what, or not. You could make an argument for best zombie, but definitely best foot soldier, in my opinion. A lot of people would disagree with me on that, but I would give him an A plus because if you know, his thing is that you do not have to reload. It's a burn. It's a thing where you shoot, but if you shoot for too long, it'll overheat. I genuinely think that he's very good, especially if you know how to hold yourself. Pretty much you can fire for like 3 seconds, then you just stop for like a second or a second and a half, and you like hide, and then you go back up, and then you start shooting again. I think if you play him well, he has a very high ceiling. He's also very good one-on-one, and he's very good in like close situations because he doesn't deal with much damage drop off. Camo Ranger. In Garden Warfare 1, this guy was probably the second best. He was the one that you got when you were level 10 with the class, which I think was like, it wasn't max rank, or was it 15? I don't remember. But his thing is that you get, I think, 18 shots, and it's a single fire, but well, it's semi-auto. But each of them do a lot more damage. He's the sniper class. I think he's really good, especially. Sorry, especially against like cactus and everything. He's long, just against long range and everything. He's probably the best one. I'd probably give him an A minus. He's a really good class, especially if you can get somewhere and just sort of establish like your little sniper's nest. He's really good at taking out sunflowers, cacti. He kind of struggles in close range, especially against like pea shooters and everything because of how his gun is. But I still think he can handle himself pretty well, and that's why I think I give him an A minus rating. Sky Trooper. The Sky Trooper, as far as I'm concerned, is pretty much a direct upgrade to the Foot Soldier. He shoots a little faster and I think has a bigger mag, but does a little bit less damage. But because he shoots faster, he has a much higher DPS. And so he's a lot better for like close range and just doing one-on-one fights. And I think even long range, if you know how to aim, he's probably a little bit better due to the higher DPS. I think he has higher DPS long range, but if not, it doesn't really matter. I see him as pretty much a direct upgrade to the normal Foot Soldier. I'd give him a B plus because I think people slurp him a little bit. Because he's not the best soldier. He's not close to that, but he's still very good. Centurion. People hate the Centurion, and I get it. Shooting him legitimately feels like on the controller, at least for Xbox, it legitimately feels like you're shooting marshmallows. Like, it feels like you're shooting it out of a wet paper towel. But it's always nice to, like, stick people. I mean, because he pretty much shoots, like, on fire bolts at people and gives them the fire effect. He's very good for long range, and I actually think he's a little bit better than the Camo Ranger short range, mostly because it always, I don't know, because the fire effect kind of helps with that. The fire effect really carries this character. I'd probably give him a C plus. He's still if you're just missing your shots, he's not a good character. But I think he's an okay character if you are hitting your shots, obviously. And he probably has the second best range in the class. Park Ranger. People hate Park Ranger, and I kind of get it. I'd probably give him a C minus. probably the worst of them. Like I'd say, what I think I didn't give the Ice Ranger, the Ice one, a rating. He'd probably get a D plus, and he gets a C minus. I actually really like playing him. I really do. He's one of the bad characters that I like to play, but he's not good. He does less damage. His cloud effect kind of sucks. Like, whoa, you get the smallest little area of effect damage. He has the toxic effect, which is probably the weakest effect in the game, in my opinion. Unless you're Toxic P is really good. And that's probably just because I'm biased because of Garden Warfare 1. He was god tier in Garden Warfare 1, but that's besides the point. Gamma Ranger's pretty good. He has some range to him, but up close and personal, he's not the best. And I just think he gets outclassed. And that just lack of damage and stuff. And now for, I believe, the final one, the Scuba Soldier. The Scuba Soldier has no idea what it is. It wants to be a normal soldier, but it also wants to be a tank commander, so it's sort of halfway there. And I don't know, because I can make an argument that it's the best soldier. I can also make an argument that it's like one of the worst. I'm gonna have to give it an A minus because it has more long range than the tank commander, but its close range just isn't as good. Its gimmick of having 2 shots and then you can like see people doesn't really help most of the time. I mean, it kind of just clutters your screen a little bit. So I don't know. No, I'm gonna give him a B. I think he deserves a B. I think that would be my rating for him. He's good and he does a lot of damage and he's fun to play, but he just doesn't do, and he's not consistent enough. Yeah, so I mean that was a little review. I just feel like I want to get that. Soldier's probably my favorite class to play outside of maybe Imp and Corn, but then again with Corn, I've really only ever played Mob Cobb and the Pops Corn. The other two, I don't have. I've gone to at least rare for most of the legendaries, but I don't have any of them yet. I have them all on my Xbox, which is also a problem because I don't know how to screen record there, but I'll figure it out eventually, guys. Overall, the Foot Soldier is probably the second best of the classes for the zombies outside of Imp. I think you can probably make an argument that the Deadbeards are better, but I would disagree personally. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and see you all later. Also, I just gotta say, wait, no, I gotta do my rant. I have to do this because someone. I want you to look at this shit. I want you to look at this. Were you the one? Were Goody Yo Boy? I spent an hour, probably like 2 hours of my life talking to that person and trying to keep that person from killing themselves. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm done. I spend my hard-earned time keeping you from hurting yourself. I beg you and I plead you, and this is what I get after all of that. You repay me by grammar noding me. You fucking suck. Sucking my wiener. You suck my dick. That's all you do. You suck my dick. How could you? This is ultimate anime betrayal, and I'm going to kill myself. Oh my god.